pay for. Everybody keeps saying the word half.
Oh, right. There we
All
go.
fiber is the same.
Greetings and salutations, people.
So I
I
mean,
Man, I gotta
what
get better at
happens if you
this.
only have a couple strands of fiber?
Everyone can do several hundred gigs. What's your point?
I mean,
I've got
wouldn't
to
they
get
have to
better at
upgrade?
this.
No, not the fiber itself, just the equipment on each end.
Yeah, they would have to
Yeah,
upgrade the equipment on the end,
but
but
here
they would
you
still have to upgrade it.
you see this map.
Greetings and salutations, people.
Do you see
Mm.
the map?
Yes, we see them that.
This is all T-Mobile owned now.
Oh no!
Oh shit! T-Mobile owns fiber. Dun
Stop!
dun
Stop
dun
the start the
dun dun
presses.
dun
You see
dun dun.
that
Dun.
shows you where each node is located.
We gotta have our, we
And
gotta have a theme song for
Mm.
music.
even
Hey,
into Mexico.
that's probably why their network is pretty good in Mexico.
Well, they're not doing anything in Mexico. They just roam in Mexico. But I would assure you, they're probably some company in Mexico is probably using some of that fiber.
Oh,
Probably.
100%.
Man, this is news to me.
Well, I mean, it shouldn't even be new. That's why I say we're all kind of forgetting about the fact that Sprint did have freaking fiber.
But no, no. But here's the thing. I said the same thing, but I got discounted by the community.
Oh,
I said that hey, with Sprint having backhaul, oh no, this is a
You,
non-starter. It's not really real backhaul
you
fiber.
know Dish has
It's
backhaul too,
this
right?
and that.
You know Dish has backhaul fiber too, right?
Okay, that's nice. Where is it at?
It's in a couple places
Like where? Where?
in Vegas.
No, I'm talking about theirs. Where is their fiber?
It's
Just
in
like
Vegas,
that was a
Las
map.
Vegas.
See, that was a map of T-Mobile's. Where's the map for AT&T's? I would love to see where AT&T fiber is at. And Verizon's one fiber.
One fiber, yeah. You
well,
want to
one
see that?
fiber is definitely bigger
Oh no
because
no,
it's MCI,
I never said it
also
would
known
be.
as MCI.
Did you say MCI?
Yeah, that's Verizon's fiber is MCI.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, also known as One Fiber. It got when they purchased MCI, they rebranded it as One Fiber. But if you're out in the world and you see an MCI vault, that's Verizon, and they're everywhere.
Mm. Alrighty. So
So if you ever want to know if you've seen One Fiber, just look for MCI logos on stuff. That's all you got to do. If you're looking for T-Mobile stuff, look for old Sprint and old Centurylink logos. Mostly old Sprint logos,
or
and or level three.
that's true.
Yep, I showed y'all the level three stuff in Greensboro.
Yo, you showed me. I don't think you showed them.
Nah.
But they were
They use
using
they use our fiber, but they manage it, meaning they don't pay us for data. They just using the fiber we already had ran,
right.
so they can make that backhaul whatever they want it to be.
So technically speaking, T-Mobile has their access to their own backhaul right now. They
People
might
be
not be
forgetting that
nationwide.
just because you borrow fiber doesn't mean you pay for the data. You may literally just borrow the physical fiber.
Fiber itself.
Yep, because it's already ran.
So MCI is T-Mobile.
No, that's
No, that's
Verizon.
Verizon.
Okay. And T-Mobile is what?
Level three is T-Mobile.
Level
All right.
three, and then CenturyLink and Sprint is.
CenturyLink. So basically, what happened was back in the day, Sprint was a local carrier. They had regular twisted pair telephone services and provided backhaul. Their regular landline services got bought out by CenturyTel, and they renamed it CenturyLink. The cellular side stayed Sprint and kept all of the backhaul stuff for the most part.
But see, they still had access to it the same exact way AT&T has access to Dish. They just might not. They just didn't probably didn't operate it, but they still had their claws into it.
Yeah, but like I said, what I've been told is after the merger, a lot of these sites that are getting fed by that old Sprint network T-Mobile is being aggressive on the pricing
Oh no.
for the backhaul on
They
existing
might as
phones.
well just put Spectrum or AT&T on it.
Oh my. That's crazy. Hold up. Did my audio drop out?
No.
Okay. I see people coming in and out. That's why I was just wondering. And there it is. All right. So speak now that Dish Network is in play. Their $30 5G network is now being tested in 3 cities. So, what are some of the uh, first impressions of what's going on with their network right now? So, if anybody wants to be caught up, you do have to have their cell phone, their Galaxy S22. No other Galaxy S22 is going to work on their network right now currently. They're operating a special firmware to be able to bridge their standalone 5G with terrestrial 4G by AT&T. So has some of the people have been testing. What do y'all think of the initial rollout right now?
To me, it's a beta network right now. It's not meant for people to have it as a primary. That's why it's pretty much priced as a family line, aka 35 dollars or whatever. That's why it's $30 a month. But and then not only that, but you can't even use an iPhone on it, is which is mostly used here in the U.S. But
But I think
I
that
mean,
that
it's
might be only a short temporary stay due to the fact that they manipulated the software for the S22.
Brandon
So you
act
don't.
like
So you
Apple
don't.
just plays well with others, and it's somebody else's fault.
but I mean, like going back, like the actual network itself, I don't feel like a lot of people. I don't feel that people feel confident as for them to keep it as a main line because
Well,
I
not
mean,
a
obviously, like it's still in beta.
not a main line
That's
yet.
But in about two
Let's
years from now, that might be it. I mean, it will likely be a different story.
let's be real. It's just AT&T. So if you can trust AT&T, it doesn't really make a difference. You're just adding in Dish on top of AT&T's network. So saying that
But
you
I
can't
mean,
trust
but if the phone is
Thunder.
wanting but if the phone is wanting you to connect strictly to Dish when it's
Fine, but
available,
once
and
you
they
leave
have,
this territory, you just fall on AT&T. So it doesn't matter.
yeah,
To tell you the
Yeah,
truth, the
but
network is
but
probably going to be more unloaded than the AT&T because ain't nobody on it.
well, nobody on it yet.
but once they start advertising it on TV, all these people are gonna go running over to the Dish
But,
store and be
okay,
like, "Let me get on, let me
I
get
would
on, let me get on.
challenge
It's thirty
everybody
dollars."
to this. When T-Mobile first released in the U.S., how long did it take them to load up their network?
Well, it took a while.
5 years.
It took a good while because a lot of people
Years.
didn't choose it because it didn't have coverage.
But I mean,
Exactly. So everybody
if
acts
you really,
just gonna put a
uh,
commercial out and load a wholesale network up. No, it's not gonna happen like that, dog. They might gain 1 million customers per year nationwide.
I could see that. I mean,
I
that was
might
it
see more.
Might.
By next year they got to go from 20% to 70% coverage because of the FCC. But I think by next year you will see them reporting on their numbers, if not probably in the next couple months of how
Now,
many like by how
all
many
to think
people.
about something else. All the other carriers are being aggressive with buying out devices and taking broken phones and all that stuff. You
Hmm.
think they're going to start buying people's phones out that they just signed deals with Verizon and AT&T, T-Mobile on?
No.
I mean, they're gonna have to do a
Exactly.
contract buyout.
They're not gonna be able to afford to do it. That's the point. So I say it ain't gonna be fast as you think, Brandon. This next 5 years is just gonna be proving ground.
Yeah, me personally, I think that right now they don't really need to load their network up because of this problem right here, and we've had some insider people that's been using it, and it's because of this problem right here. It's that special firmware with eSIM and physical SIM. That combo is weird. Now I don't have a phone to test it out, but from what people have been testing on that we had a chance to talk to, they say that I'm not gonna I don't want to call it janky. I don't want to call it janky. It just seems not ready for prime
It's
time.
not for the power user. It's more for the basic web browsing.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's like they figured out a way to jerry rig the S22 to be able to do eSIM, where the phone number is being masked by another phone number. So both SIMs are active, but only one really is for calling. The other one is for standalone, but like you just said, it's technically for data. So I'm just saying, like right now, this is something that it's. I don't think it's going to be ready for the masses. Not yet, anyway. But if they could solve this problem, they get to the place where they don't need to really have the physical sim from AT&T as the slot, or no, I think they got it flipped. So the AT&T is the eSIM for slot one, and the physical sim is for Dish. Yeah, that's what they have it here. So it's gonna be curious about what they're gonna end up doing with this.
I want you guys to also keep in mind they did just sign a deal with T-Mobile as well.
Yep.
So imagine if they work out a scenario where they can play all three networks.
At least be able to play AT&T and T-Mobile together.
That's why I say I don't think that the network is going to have issues as far as getting congested anytime soon or coverage.
My thing is there a way to have it so that you have a SIM card that can be used both on AT&T and T-Mobile?
Yeah, ask Google Fi how that worked with Sprint and
Google,
T-Mobile.
yeah, Google Five
It's
worked
already
pretty
been
good.
done.
Yeah,
It's already been done. This
you
isn't
gotta
even
do
new.
something like that where you get unlimited data on T-Mobile and AT&T.
How are you gonna have it in Richmond but not in Washington? I don't get that.
Richmond popping, cuz.
And then Virginia Beach, Norfolk,
You know
Raleigh,
Virginia Beach is popping.
Charlotte,
Asheville,
Nashville,
Asheville.
My cousin can get it.
St. Louis, Indianapolis, Ohio, Cleveland.
Like I said, if you really look at it, they are U.S. Cellular on steroids.
That's what it looked like.
They have more covers than U.S. Cellular already.
Dang, twenty
Oh, but
percent,
you,
20%
you
larger. They
forgot the
went more. They
most
went in more
important
I'm
thing.
places.
just saying they're already in more cities than U.S. Cellular is here. Okay.
And understand, U.S.
You
Cellular
forgot
is
the
like
most important thing.
only like what is Chicago, this area right here, like
Eastern
Chicago,
Carolina.
upper east, upper Midwest, and eastern North Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
and what
My
Maine, I
thing is
think.
US Cellular, they don't roam. They give you like 3G roaming, right? When you go outside their footprint.
Well, yeah, it's 3G roaming when you go outside their footprint.
Yeah, Dish doesn't give you 3G. It's LTE
I
Yeah,
and
say
5G.
it's U.S. Cellular on steroids.
Yep.
in more places. What's this?
I mean, it's
Albuquerque,
basically the dream that Sprint always wanted.
Salt Lake, Vegas, Sacramento, and San Francisco. Oh, and don't forget Washington, Seattle, Washington, or To be more precise, Spokane? No.
I thought Fresno would also be on there.
I'm telling y'all, man, they got rural and city coverage out here. Done,
They're getting it.
done, 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 done.
They're getting it. I look. My thing is if you start seeing a whole lot of numbers flying their way, what do you think might contribute to it? That's the
What do
question.
you talking about customers?
Yeah.
Like I said, I think the dish customers are going to be the first. That's going to be the easiest sales.
Hmm.
And like I said, a lot because of all the competition in the market, a lot of people literally just agreed to 24-month contracts on other places.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of a rough situation as far as grabbing customers. To tell you the truth, they're probably going to end up cannibalizing their own boost customers.
Well, I mean, you want to hurry up and try to grab on, keep them, and hold on to them as tight as possible.
That's what I'm saying. They're probably going to cannibalize more of their own customers than they do anything else.
That's true. It's gonna. I think that one of the things you're gonna start seeing, and the telltale sign that or bellwether is gonna end up being. Uh, I know y'all don't like it, but hey, unlimited hotspot, bro. Somebody's
Oh
gonna
my God!
some
Here we
somebody
go with that
somebody's
bull
gonna
crap.
somebody's gonna look at it, man. That they're the only ones offering it.
Okay, okay. Let me get this straight. Let's say Magenta Max were to have a limited hotspot right now, and it's priced at $85-$90 a month. What consumer is going to want to pay for 10 megabits and additional? And that's a slow speed in this day and age.
Well, you talking about like why would they pay for 10 megabits per second?
No, why would you pay $85 a month and then still have as an add-on low data speed?
But people add on a whole lot of crap to their bill anyway. So what's the difference?
It's not premium.
Why would it be
You're
premium?
paying so much money on a bill, and then you're over here wanting to do a 10 megabit hotspot connection.
But it's unlimited. That's the
Yeah,
thing. That's
but
the thing that you keep missing. People don't like to be limited. People do
yes,
not do.
but
People do
people
not like
don't.
the idea of a number.
But you're limiting low the speed.
Hey, look, I'm just saying if we end up finding out that that's what it is, because here's the thing. I was talking to y'all yet last night about this. Why would Dish add 35 gig hotspot as a option onto their Boost Mobile customers?
Hey man, would you go on Olive Garden if they went from a paper menu to a buffet? It would lesser quality, or would you
I
rather
mean,
go
if
back?
that was the case, I go to Golden Corral. I mean, if I want to go buffet, I know where I can go and go get me a real good buffet. But that's the thing. You don't eat it.
But you're sacrificing quality.
No, I'm not sacrificing quality. What I'm saying is if you want a data bucket of 40 gigs, okay. I have like I said, I have listened to No Radios and your argument about this.
You've even done a poll,
Yes, and
and
guess what?
no,
My
and
poll was like
everybody's
my poll that I put on my Twitter was like 47% to like 58%. Now you said that I didn't ask the question right. I didn't lead anybody on. I just said that would you want unlimited
but
hotspot?
still more people said that they'd rather not have it.
But yeah, that of course, because a lot of people don't even use it. So
Exactly.
if you don't have it, then you don't know anything about it either. But what I'm saying to you is this: is what would gain Dish traction? What will give them traction? I'm,
Pricing is the only
Right,
thing
literally.
that will gain traction.
I mean,
Not
they
People
they
will
are
even buy it. People will even buy
they
wirelessly.
are they
Even if
are roughly within the pricing of, but they, what is it? One line is at 30, where The only way you can get $30 per line or per line per se
Multiple
is
lines.
you got to do multiple lines.
That's all they got to do is pricing. That's literally all they have to do. Nothing else.
True.
There, there ain't nobody right now crying themselves to sleep about some hotspot.
at
Yeah.
all. As a matter of fact, they could literally sell the phone without the hotspot.
They sure
The only
could.
thing I'm asking is then why even if the trend was going in the direction that you two were talking about, right? Then why even introduce a 35 gigabyte plan that costs
Because
fifty
it makes the
dollars?
plan look nice. In case
Exactly.
they,
But it's an
it makes it.
add-on.
It's fake
It's not an
value. It's
add-on.
fake value, Keon. The best product to sell a customer is something with no value because it costs you nothing.
Mm.
That's literally the best product to sell. It's something that don't cost you. You give a fake perception of value, and people go, "I gotta have it. I gotta have it." Even and then they get it and they don't use it,
Okay,
It's like literally, it's
what's
like
what
literally
happens?
going to a burger joint
and if
and
you
you
believe it
and,
that much, that means you fail for the market.
So let me ask you a question. So what happens when these people end up switching and start using it? What's gonna happen then?
They're not going to. That's the thing. So you can
they
talk
are
all you
going to
want,
use it, but they're
bro.
not going to use it for
Hotspot
long.
usage has only gone down, not up, which is why everybody's giving that crap away. You remember whenever that's just like ask somebody how many minutes they got. You know why they that's a dumb question? Because it has no value anymore, therefore they gave it away. Unlimited. They're not giving away shit with real value. They're giving away all the shit that don't have value because it's easy to give away nothing.
I feel you.
If a
All I'm
carrier
saying is
were
if your carrier's throwing it in, just throwing it in there like nothing, it don't have real value. You see AT&T pulled that HBO Max off real quick, didn't they?
They
Get a
pulled it out.
hotspot.
Yeah, they pulled it out
Because that damn
because
hotspot don't cost them nothing. It has no value.
to,
well, I just think me personally, I think that there might be something. I mean, consumer
You want me to go
wise,
out on the you want me to go ahead and do no radio on the street again and ask everybody about their hotspot?
you're gonna go out there with a microphone.
I'll do it. And I'm gonna tell you, I
Hi,
ain't gonna
hi.
find
I,
nobody using no
Jimmy
shit.
Kimmel
I,
style.
I am a local rep. I'm a local rep for the community tech podcast, and would like to ask you, ma'am, do you use Hotspot? No, you
She'll be
don't.
like,
Do you know
I
what
use it
Hotspot
once a
is?
year so my kid's iPad can work when we go on vacation.
Oh
Which is the
no.
actual truth. Which is the actual truth for most people when it comes to hotspot.
Or
It's a last
hey,
resort, not an everyday need.
when we were talking to Caesar last night, Caesar said that when his family come and visit from Mexico, hotspot everybody on the phone.
Yeah, but he
But
got
they
home
don't burn
internet.
that man's data up all the way.
But he got home internet. Why is he hotspotting their phones if he got
I,
home internet?
I don't know, man. Hey, I'm
Yeah,
not that
see my
man,
point. You see my point.
but that's what he
It don't
said he
make no sense.
does.
What don't make sense don't make sense. I don't care how you twist it.
Oh gosh.
I got this perfectly good 300 meg internet, but y'all use my hotspot.
Do you think she knows what a hotspot is or how to use it, Edmund?
Brandon, that's not right. We don't know what's in the mind of that woman.
Nah,
Don't do
I
her
didn't
like that.
get a cold spot. That's what I got.
Do you
It's gonna
think?
be
Do you know?
cold.
You think he knows how to use a hotspot?
I don't know, man. If they can't tell which iPhone is what, which guess what?
Exactly.
No, no, no,
That's
no.
my point.
I would like to say this from a Android user to an iPhone user. How do you tell which phone is which in the first place? Because
Because he
No,
looks confused.
for real, like until they made that switch and put the notch on up there, really all the previous ones from the 5 to 6 and
six
the
through eight.
7 6 to 8 look the same, and then it looks the same again from the 10 all the way up to the 13.
No, the 10 is different. The 11 through the 13 is the same.
Okay, so from the 11th to the 13, I'm trying to figure out how do you tell the
No,
difference in the first
no,
place.
no, no. It's the 11 through the 12 because on the 13 the knots got smaller.
It still look the same. If I walk by you on the street, it look the same, sir. Ain't nobody doing, hey, stop. Turn your screen on so I can see how big your notch is. Ain't nobody doing that shit.
No.
Oh
Yo,
yeah.
understand something. When I first saw that the 10,
Police pulling you over to see your notch.
when I man, the first time I saw the 10, that notch was huge, dog. I was like, yo, it looked like somebody literally took a bite out of the apple. That's what it looked like.
All I'm saying is this. Look, if your company's throwing it at you, it means it don't have no value.
Eh,
That's just like a woman that's loose in the streets. She ain't got no value. She give
oh,
everybody. You get one. You get some. You get
And
some.
also, AT&T had to pay for the HBO Max accounts that customers weren't using.
Yep. They don't got to pay for that hotspot because ain't nobody gonna use
mm,
So even if you were an AT&T customer and then you didn't use HBO Max, AT&T still had to pay for that HBO Max. But now, when they owned it, it didn't matter. But now they don't own it. They own 75%, so they still got to pay that 25%.
mm.
But you know what's
And
so funny about Edmund? He was paying HBO Max twice
Okay,
because of
look, look, look,
convenience.
look, look. Because it was I was in between, and I'm still stuck in between now. That's the bad thing. I'm still stuck in between now.
stuck in
Bro,
the.
inflation still hasn't hit you, Edmund.
Oh no, inflation hit me already. No, 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 no. Inflation been hit me, man.
if it hit you
Gas
hard, Evan,
prices
why you
hurt.
not using the free one?
Gas
Not
prices
No,
hurt,
no, no,
Slim.
no.
yet. Not really. Not yet. I'll wait. I'll tell you when to do.
I tell you this much, gas hurts, dog.
Yes, hurts.
Gas station.
But look, the question, the question,
Ooh, gas.
the question at hand is this, right? Is
Right.
where in the world are you going to um be able to afford these phones now? I mean, shoot, you're gonna end up having to take mortgages out just to have
Well,
one
hold on,
now.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Remember when the
Remember,
iPhone 10 came out, the X, when it first came out, people were tripping that the phone was $1,000.
Yeah.
Little did they remember that you can finance a phone, and then from that point on, the phones just started getting more and more expensive, and now you have
yep,
this crap where you can finance it for 3 years, or the carrier would literally rob your phone and they'll give you a brand new one, and you still stay on their shit for 3 years.
my thing is most customers are buying from the carrier, and
Yeah,
most customers are getting $1,000 off. They may be paying if they're getting the Pro Max, they're only paying $100 for that new phone.
Yep.
hmm
And most customers are upgrading. They're upgrading about 2.5 to 3 years,
yep.
and 2.5 is being generous. It's mostly 3 years now.
Verizon iPhone 13s on us.
Yep. And
Hmm.
my
On
thing is,
Us
I'm
has
telling you,
literally became very popular the last past 3 to 5 years. I mean, three to
because
four
if you,
years.
because I even tell customers, hey, even family members, hey, test it out. But if you don't like it, it's fine. If you stay on their plan for like, what's it? We did the math. It's like 8 months. You get $500 worth of trading credit automatically within that 5 months. In the 8 months, you get the $500. That's about the same price as Apple gives you, about $500
Hold on,
for the
guys. Give
phone.
me 1 second. I think my YouTube is acting up. Okay, it says it's connected, but it's not receiving.
When I'm not, I was watching the video.
Now the video's buffering.
Well, it says,
This will let you take over your. Brandon A Tech is a presenter.
we're back.
Yeah, it's jumping around.
Yeah, we're back. Looks good to me right now. I don't know if it's,
Yeah, it's showing everything we see.
yeah. My thing is, the newest thing is going to be what? AirPod Pros with their track, Apple's what's it called, smart tags on it. Um,
Yeah.
it's gonna be the new iPhone. It's not gonna have Type C. That's confirmed.
What's not gonna have you Type C?
The new
USB
iPhone.
C on the iPhone on the 14.
It's
That's
not
coming out on
going
the
to.
15th.
Yeah, it's going on 15th.
Well, that's not
Um,
good.
and then those are the two things. Then maybe in the fall we may see iMac Pro if that comes out. I doubt it because I feel like what's it called? What's the new?
That's not good at
The
all.
iMac Pro Max, the studio one with the big fat chunky thing that's like 7,000, 8,000 you can customize it to.
Speaking of Apple,
Yeah.
y'all M2 is performing worse than the M1
Wait. What?
in the MacBooks because
The M2.
they cheaped out on all the other hardware.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh
Yeah.
God, no.
So when they
That's not good.
look with the M1s, they were using two SSDs in a RAID configuration, which made everything run faster. And on the new MacBooks with the M2s, they went down to a single SSD, which actually cut the performance overall.
Oh, you're telling me they wanted to go cheap, just like how they
Yep.
did with the keyboard, and it went from butterfly and the keyboard stopped working?
Yep.
Oh, that's not good.
The M1 is literally beating the M2 in different benches because of this.
It's ridiculous. Now, that's what happens when you go cheap.
Well, here's the thing. I guess they see so much savings out of it. I guess they feel comfortable about going cheap now.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is
Yep.
this is this is the reason why how I felt when it came to Apple. I felt it in my bones, man.
You still feel unlimited hotspot on your box, and we still not having it.
You know, he got you at that point, bro.
Yeah, he got me. He got me.
He had been trying to fulfill his dreams from 2015.
Yo, hey, look, I'm just saying, man. Me personally, I just think that Apple moving to the M1, yeah, there might have been a performance bump, right? But Apple needs to make profit year over year, right? And the M1 is a generic chip. They don't have to worry about Intel. I think that whole deal behind Intel was holding them back from being able to constantly refresh their product line year over year over year, right?
Well,
Now every year they can go in
thermal.
and just go in and say, you know what, we got a whole new product line of everything, right? It's all new set of everything.
What'd you say no radio?
It was the thermals in the mobile stuff that where the problem was.
Yup.
Laptops is where the bottleneck was. You know, the Intel desktop and AMD desktop stuff is still killing the M1. But in the mobile space, the M1, because of its thermals are better. Let
Oh
them
yeah.
further.
Yup.
I forgot who it was. They just did a build. They bought the new Mac. What is it? The new Mac. God, what's it called? I can't get the name out.
Studio crap, whatever the fuck
No,
it's there.
but the upgrade
What?
was it the Mac Ultra, M1 Ultra, and
Yeah, I'm on Ultra. What is
yeah,
it?
they
I'm
did
on Apple's website right now.
build a PC build for the same price as it costs, and literally like quadruple the performance of
Oh,
the M1.
good God.
So in the
Mac,
desktop world, the M1 and M2 are still
Mac Studio. That's what it's called.
yeah, the Mac Studio. Yeah, for the same amount of money, you can build a PC that'll slaughter it in every way, shape, and form.
Yup. And it'll kill it, especially in the gaming. Oh, it
Laptop,
destroys it in the gaming. Have you seen the gaming performance when you actually game on it?
yeah, the game performance is trash. Even with native code, I forgot what game it was. They benchmarked it. They could barely get above 60 frames.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
$4,000 computer can't get above 60 frames. We
Bro,
have
did you see Linus's video?
who?
Linus, Tech
Linus.
Tips.
I
Yeah,
think
so they were comparing that to like the best PC built. Bro, it was overheating when it was running Mario Kart.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, it couldn't even run Mario Kart officially in M1.
No.
Yep,
Yup.
he's not wrong.
Oh my god.
I'm like, that ain't even an intense
Oh, and
game, bro.
too. There's a lot of apps that the manufacturer have. I'm sorry, not the manufacturer. The developers have already recoded it to run on M1. Yet it is still choosing to run in emulation mode, which is killing the performance. There's a glitch in the M1 where it's trying to run even programs that are optimized for M1. It's still trying to run them under Intel emulation. There's some kind of glitch. So the M1 road ain't that smooth.
Oh yeah.
Well, you
It's
know
running
what?
into some problems. But if you're video editing, you can't beat it in a laptop.
Oh, 100%. You can't beat that shit.
In a
That
laptop.
shit is so it's super smooth when you're recording.
That's why I say in mobile it's great. I think they need to come ahead and come with it with a heavy, like a super desktop version. They need to go ahead and come with it.
But my thing is, even like John Foster says it, it's amazing in multi-core, but the improvement in single core is so little that it doesn't make a difference.
To make a difference, and most apps are single threaded.
Oh, when you know how they got the M1 Max and the Ultra, they just added more chipsets.
Yep.
I think the M1 Max is 2 chips, the Ultra is like 4 chips. It helps the multi-core, but it doesn't help the single core.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good at all.
But they're working on it.
Hey, look, that segues us into this one, which
But I
was
gotta admit, without the M1, I bet you Intel wouldn't be doing anything. We would have no competition.
Intel needs to stop acting like Sprint. They need to quit acting like Sprint and just go ahead and go full
God
on.
damn it, no radio.
They need to just over bottom you
Yeah.
go ahead and go full on. Stop playing.
I mean, look, Intel's taking its sweet time. I don't know. I don't think that they know what they want to do right now.
No, no, it ain't that. They're doing the same thing Verizon's doing. They're flailing. They're
Yup.
grad,
Hey,
including Mitchell. Anyway,
oh no, and
Damn.
at least we got about what 40 minutes in before that joke popped up. Okay, so so here you go. Segue into what the Verge was talking about Apple gearing up launch to flood all new devices this fall.
I'm not impressed.
See, so now that they've moved to their own SoC, and now everything's getting refreshed. Is iPhones, iMacs, iPads, everything gonna come in the fall. Mac Mini Pros, Mac Mini this, Mac Mini that, new MacBook
All those aren't
Pros.
coming in the fall, right?
But see, here's the thing. This is what Apple been wanting to do. Is there all these video conferences they were doing? It's like advertising without having to advertise. You see what I'm saying? Look at it from that point, right? They can put out a whole new product line and saying, "Hey, we improve X, Y, and Z, and look at this. We got a new Apple TV for you, and we also got a new this for you, and we got a new iPhones also." At the end of the fourth quarter every year, they got a new lineup of everything, which catapults them into the next.
We forgot to talk about how the iPhone. What's the newest one that's coming out? The 14?
Yep.
The regular 14 and the 14 Max are getting the A13 chip. They're getting the last year's chip. They're not getting the newest chip. Did you hear that on radio?
Say what?
So the regular iPhone 14 and the 14 Max are getting last year's chip. They're
What's
not
it?
getting the newest chip.
Well, it's just that's still A14, not 13,
Or A14, they're not getting the A15.
which is 2021 chip.
Yeah, I'm like, why the hell? That makes no sense.
Well, I'm gonna tell
Because
you,
it's
I'm gonna
monetizing
tell you
your
why.
customer base.
Well, hey, Ashay, as you know, I've been test driving an iPhone, and I will tell you why. Do you think? I'm gonna tell you something. Apple ain't even using these chips fully because these chips can outperform everything and still launch apps slower than the Android. But anyway,
Oh no!
The chips
What?
are fast. The chips are fast, but they have some software issues going on, and I don't think it's going to matter if they put a faster chip in the phone. It's just going to be faster benchmarks, but it ain't going to make the phone run any faster.
Bro, that's the same thing that John Prosser said.
Yeah,
iOS has so many bugs and it's
yeah.
slower. And he's an Apple sheep, bro. He loves that Apple.
That's
Even an
crazy.
Apple person loves it and
I say
saying
I don't.
it's so many bugs and all those
Because
problems.
all I'm saying is, if you put it side by side with my S21 with the 888, this chip is literally, it benchmarks like 900 points higher and still doesn't run any faster than the 888. So the Apple chip performance thing is, you don't even use the chip till you like if unless you export a video, and then you're actually using it. For everything else, you're just like
So,
job.
so hold
You're
on, hold
just
on. So
job.
are you telling me that iOS 16 is just bottlenecking it until
No,
it
no,
needs it?
15 the same way. 15 doesn't matter. 15, 16. I'm saying is
It's
the chip is so
Apple
fast
bottlenecks the
that
chip.
there's no
That's what
point
they
in the
do.
chip because it ain't the chips holding the phone back. That's what I'm saying. The chip is so fast that you can't even use it. So who cares if they put a new chip in the iPhone 14? It ain't gonna make it run no faster. It's just gonna
And think
benchmark.
about that.
It's gonna benchmark faster. That's it.
That's weird. So it's only going to work for benchmarks and hard testing, but it's not going to do anything for.
It's not gonna make the day-to-day experience any better. That's what
It's
I'm
not going
saying.
to make the
And I gotta
apps
tell
open any
you,
They've
faster.
reached the point where the chips have outrun iOS. Basically, what I'm telling you,
100%, yeah.
Which
chips have outrun iOS.
means that that's the reason why they're starting to put it. They migrated over to the M1.
Yeah, yeah, but even then, it's the M1 has outrun all of it. There is no tangible feeling of upgrade. Is what I'm saying. Regardless, like
Mm.
I feel like I said, I've been using the A14 chip. I know it's faster than the A88, but it don't feel faster. It ain't because the chip is slow. It's because iOS don't run no faster.
Shame.
It's
I wish
it's
that.
like if I put NOS on a car, but instead of
Yep.
the hose up to the intake, I just drain it out the back when I hit the NOS button. That's all it's doing.
Oh God.
Like it's
It's like
got it,
it's
but
like putting a Ferrari engine in a Honda, and then you running it in the race and figure out why the hell it ain't fast. Because you don't got the right racing tires and all that.
I'm just saying that the chip is faster than the software. That's what I'm saying. So,
Mhm.
what's a faster chip going to do? Just be even more faster than the software. That's
Yeah,
it.
but see, understand with them finally going to their own chipset, right? They can refresh their whole lineup on a regular basis, right?
But remember,
They
the
can go in
M1
and
ain't nothing
just
but a
constantly
but a
go in
re,
and be like, hey,
it
They
ain't
were
nothing but
doing that already.
a modified A15 anyway. The M1 is, so it ain't like the M1's unique. It's just a
Yep.
modified 15 chip.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, what I'm telling you is the phone processors are fast enough to do all that desktop stuff, but the problem is iOS is slow, regardless of the chip.
That is super weird.
So they don't have a chip issue. They have a iOS issue.
That's gonna take time. There's no.
Android got the opposite problem. The software can actually use a faster chip, but the
Yeah.
chips can't keep up.
Well, that is a Snapdragon problem that we're having right now.
Yeah, Snapchat can't keep up
Snapdragon
with the
doesn't want to keep
software.
up,
Hmm.
and they don't see a reason to keep up because they're not being challenged yet until they start losing market share.
Yeah, but
That's where
don't
Google comes
don't
in with
do the
their
market share
future.
in the low end because Google came out with a mediocre chip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you got to start off mediocre to finally get go full steam ahead.
Nah, keep that crap in the library, in the lab, and keep testing it. Perfect it. Don't bring no mediocre. I'm like Ti. I don't want no mediocre. I don't want no mediocre.
Man,
I want a
What do
bad
you
chip.
mean?
I don't want no
I, I,
mediocre.
I can't sell my fake Bugatti. That it's not. It doesn't have
Nobody
any
wants
of
your
the parts or
Volkswagen mediocre.
anything.
Bugatti,
I'll just say it's
Bugatti.
mediocre.
yo, understand. My take on this, for me personally, is that I kind of I had an idea when they announced that they were doing their own chip, right? Intel held them back. They wanted a new chip like every other year, every on like clockwork. But Apple released their release schedule for their laptops were always lagging behind like everything else, right?
But let's
So
but, but let's just say this though: Apple, like the Intel chips Apple were using, they were not picking the best chip of each series either.
right,
Do you know?
they
Do you
they
know that
So
the
they don't need
iPad?
you didn't need for the best, but understand a new
yeah,
chip
but
now
I,
a new chip number is like selling a whole new setup.
like if you actually look at which the actual processor model, all the same processors were available on PCs at half the price. So it ain't like they were picking top tier. So they can't blame Intel completely because it ain't like they were picking the fastest chips in the first place.
That's true.
No
I could tell
radio.
you were picking Intel's fastest chips and then going, this ain't good enough, but you weren't.
Yeah.
You see
Do you
what
know
I'm saying?
that the iPad 3, the iOS 16 supports the iPad 3, the third generation of the iPad?
Huh? Well, you
If
talking
you
about
have the
the
i, if
OS? The OS can go all the way back down to the iPad 3.
yup,
Ooh.
that's one of their problems. They want to support the device until it's over 5, 7, 8 years.
Well, here's the thing. Not a
But
when you
remember though,
buy
SJ, I
an
just
iPad.
told you the processors are already overpowered, so it ain't like they're going out of their way to make it work on the old gear. They ain't even using the processors in the old stuff completely.
My thing is, I just want them to say, all right, this new iOS 17 is going to fix all the problems, but it's only going to work for the next 3 years chip phones before, 3 year
No,
old phones before, and then move
I
on.
wanted to address this. I don't necessarily think that Intel was any garbage. From what Tesla Watts is saying right now, I don't necessarily think that Intel was garbage. I think that Intel was not part of that upgrade
Intel
cadence.
was only
That
garbage in laptops. They're still faster in the desktops.
yeah,
Do not get it confused.
but that upgrade cadence, man, I'm telling you, that upgrade, that constantly needing to upgrade for Apple
Don't
is
nobody
what gives them the power
confused.
that they needed.
If
That
you
you
think that M1 is, I know the M1 is blazing fast, but it ain't missing with the high end Intel stuff at all. But in the laptops, yes. Which is
yeah,
why I was mad that Apple didn't bring out a desktop killer chip yet. That's what they got to do. They got to bring out a fire breathing dragon desktop chip for them to truly say, "Hey, Intel's trash." It was just in thermals on mobile. That was it. And thermals are automatically fixed when you go ARM because ARM don't really make heat in the first place.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, once you start churning them up, they'll heat up, but
Like,
they don't
like,
make the
like,
same amount of heat
like
as a
I'll say something
processor
like
do.
if Apple wanted to, they could make the freaking Qualcomm chips run Mac OS fast too because the Mac OS itself, when you actually dump all the old stuff and write brand new code, you can make it run fast on pretty much anything. They can make it run fast on the Qualcomm chip. Let's not get
Right.
it twisted. They can do a way better job than Microsoft can at writing Windows on ARM.
Mm,
So that's why I say that. That's why I say mobile is the only place M1's winning. It ain't winning in desktop space. It ain't even close.
well, it's
So
gonna.
Intel was trash in mobile. That was it. Laptops trash. Like the i9 MacBooks, they overheated like crazy.
Legit. What happened was they got too cocky with their lead, and then they just forgot to do anything. They forgot to innovate. They forgot to do anything. And they were happy with their lead, and then AMD came in and said, hold my beer, and just took the competition away.
Well, no, because here's the thing: AMD started doing parallel processing or multi-core processing way sooner, like actually investing into the infrastructure a lot sooner than Intel really wanted to do. What Intel was doing was constantly jacking the clock speeds up, but never really had any juice behind like multi-core. So as applications started becoming more and more and more, how you say it,
Well, they had to be written. They had to be written to be multi core.
right? And a lot of companies started writing their their programs multi-core, guess what happened? Intel started falling off and AMD started taking off. You can almost see that split now. I mean, it's literally it leapfrogged each other automatically. But staying with the let's see, staying with that subject, all Windows users, please be aware. Here you go.
Oh man, if you're on Windows 8, you deserve to freaking
Oh, bro, 8 is like fucking 20 years ago.
So if you're a Windows 8 user, which understand something, you
not
by
20 years
now
ago, ass.
by
Don't even
now
talk.
you should be already you should already be upgraded to Windows 10 and now Windows 11. They got the upgrade path pretty much easy, but this is for anybody that's in the tech community right now. Windows 8 is coming to end of life support, so goodbye to Windows 8 and go ahead and start upgrading now.
Windows 8, the worst
What
Windows.
laptops?
But that was then they had the Metro layout. You didn't like the Metro layout? Come on, man.
Windows
Bro,
8.
that was the ugliest layout ever.
The
I
Metro
hated
layout
He's
was
Windows
an
8.
iPhone user.
good.
He's talking about looks. I don't care about looks. But anyway,
Bro, you can't even make a you can't even put a
Apple person
desktop
will always
picture
like how
on the
something looks
back.
over functionality. But anyway,
Oh
Yeah.
God.
what I'm saying is
Hey,
Windows 8
Brandon,
in general
try
was
to
trash.
organize your lock screen.
Looks are
Put your
not.
apps anywhere you want.
That's a
You can't
shame.
put your
Looks,
apps anywhere you want.
looks or not.
But those tiles are so huge.
But that was the thing.
Like
They were trying to like look. That was
That's
them
like
trying to get
literally
away
on the
from.
Windows
tablet.
Phone, you couldn't
We're
even
trying to
have a
use tablet.
wallpaper.
So if you ever use Windows Phone, this was exactly the same tile system.
Yes.
They were trying to make it more like tablets for the two-in-one PCs. That was the purpose of them doing the icon mode. All you had to do was click a button and go back to regular desktop. So it ain't like you were stuck with the freaking tiles.
I'm gonna go on record on something.
What you want to go on record for?
Microsoft will do a phone again.
Oh no, no, no. I
They will.
disagree.
Yes,
I
Yes, they will.
disagree.
They
They
will, Keon.
it is
They
literally
will.
it's literally cheaper for them to co-op and be on everybody's
but the reason
put
why
their
I
apps on
say that is
everything. It's easier for them to put their apps on anything and everything than to come out with another phone and trying to get developers to switch over.
Okay, but all I'm saying is they will. They will make another phone, Keon.
Mm.
It's inevitable. Listen, especially once they figure out Windows on ARM. There's definitely going to be a phone.
So basically, what you're saying is Windows on ARM will be the gateway drug to having Windows in the palm of your hand.
Exactly.
yep.
I 100% agree with that.
Mm?
It's gonna come. We didn't say it was gonna be successful. We said
Yeah.
What's
this is the look. This is the thing Microsoft hasn't been able to conquer.
that?
Is that cell phone, man? Like I said, the Windows phone were good. They just couldn't get freaking app developers to support it. That's the only thing wrong with the Windows phones. Is the app developers didn't support it, so it died.
That's true.
The Windows phone was not bad. It really wasn't. If you didn't use it, you just don't know. And I'm sorry if anybody's out there going it was shit. You were probably using a freaking $50 one. I don't want to hear it. People buy the cheapest thing and make all their decisions based off that cheap thing.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people like the
What do you mean, no
surfaces.
radio? I can't. No radio. I can't compare my 12 Pro Max to my Samsung A01 under $100.
I'm just saying, man. They'll
God.
go buy a $50 Android phone and then walk right over and buy $1,000 Apple and go, man, the Android sucks. Like I bet it do.
Look. I have always said this from a tech point of view, right? How much a person pays for something changes their perspective on what the device is.
You're right. I mean,
when
if
you
it sucks, if they paid more for it, they feel good about it.
right, understand
Right.
something.
You're right.
Look. I literally have watched people. They got their Apple computer with guard dogs around it because they spent $2,200. But when I saw them with a Windows computer, man, the thing was like literally hanging on by the power cord. The kids are gone on the keyboard. Little keys are
Bro, that
missing.
sounds like a
Key.
Chromebook horror story.
Oh, whatever, dude. Look. Only thing I'm saying is I have literally seen keys missing on Windows laptops, but when it comes to Apple products, man, understand something. It's thou shalt not ever make this thing look bad. Okay?
There's somebody right now putting a replacement screen on an iPhone 8.
Yeah. Yeah. And aren't they supposed to be in support for that?
Somebody's still doing it.
Somebody's putting an iPhone 8 screen on right now.
Right now.
And yet, oh no, we got to keep this thing as long as I can. Do you know how much I paid for this?
The battery done degraded to 40%. They still rocking that thing.
But that's what I'm saying is that's the problem is I wanna see somebody rocking a $1,200, $1,300, $1,500 Windows computer and see them treated the same exact way. But they're not, because guess what? You can go out here and get a Chromebook for $250. Yes, Brandon, a Chromebook for $250.
Bro, you can get one for less than $200.
What you talking about?
Yeah.
And guess what? They beat it all to hell.
They need to bring out
I wouldn't even be surprised if you can get a Chromebook for less than $100.
They need to get a tough book version. Panasonic need to drop a Chromebook.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
Oh Jesus!
Oh look,
weapon.
Here you go. Support for Microsoft 365 apps will end also. So they're not they're not doing an XP version of the last time. It's not going into perpetuity with support.
Have you downloaded Windows 11?
Yeah, I got it on my laptop right now.
How is it?
Edmund, do you have Windows 12?
Yo, Lenovo should have came with it, Keon.
Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah,
No. It had Windows 10, and then it came with Windows 10.
You know what?
And then I upgraded to Windows 11.
We looked up your model, and your model came out before mine.
Yeah,
that's why. Yeah. Mine came with 11 on it. Now mine came with
11
on it. I upgraded it to 11, and I upgraded my PC from 2013 to Windows 11, and it runs it beautifully.
Yeah.
No hiccups.
That's good. I'm about to upgrade mine soon in a couple of days to Windows 11.
My only thing is I want to see people treated the same, right? You don't act like one is more prestigious than the other.
It comes with the territory, Mark. So you got to realize, if you look at what Chromebook is doing now, trying to appeal to every price range.
Yeah,
Microsoft started that, and it is to their own demise. They started that. The only reason why you see that with the Apple crowd is they priced it out. They priced it out of, but there is no cheap option.
That's true.
The reason why they have to do that is because they sell less units, so they got to make more money per unit.
But they inherently gave themselves value by doing so. You see what I'm getting at? Even the Mac Mini, right? Mm-hmm. If you look at an Intel Mac Mini and you look what chip it has in it, and you look at how much RAM it has, when you go find the desktop PC equivalent, it's literally like $200 cheaper with the same exact hardware. So it ain't that the Macs literally just like put all expensive parts in. It's just that they, like I told Keanu about that hotspot, they created value where there was none. And
True.
That inflated them.
I don't know, man.
They created value where there was none. So when people go there, they're like, it's like buying a BMW in these people's mind or a Lamborghini. But dare I say,
hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Dare I say, guys, Apple is becoming more and more low priced, not higher priced as time goes on. Is nobody else noticing that?
I see that.
Apple's becoming.
I disagree.
Yeah, they're becoming cheaper, Brandon.
No, I disagree.
All right, I'll give you an example.
Hold on, and let me tell you why. The iPhone SE went up $30 this year.
Oh wow! Oh my God! Let me tell you
The
why they don't.
iPhone 14 is going to be $100 more.
So when I meant by cheap, you talking about how much Apple costs.
Oh well,
Apple.
I
I'm
mean,
saying in the
maybe
market,
in parts, yes.
in the market, right? The Samsungs ain't no cheaper, sir.
Well, I mean, they're pretty much neck to neck to each
No,
other
no,
now.
no. Okay, but historically that wasn't the case. That's what I'm talking about. The Apple is becoming cheaper. Samsung went up and Apple came down in price overall. Okay, I'll give you an example. You could get a brand new when the S8. Look at the S8. When the S8 came out, the S8 Plus $799. What does a freaking Plus cost now? 1,000. Samsung went up in price. Apple came down
The
because
plus, the
Apple was charging
iPhone
1,000
Plus.
for a regular iPhone. If you forgot, they were doing $999 for a regular iPhone with a 6.1 on it or
Yep.
smaller. They came down in price. Apple became cheaper, not more expensive. So who cares? They raised it $30.
One second
It's not. That doesn't matter. They used to be
on
$200 more expensive.
which
They used,
product?
yeah, they used to be $200 more expensive. Now, who cares? They raised the price $30. That's what I'm saying. Apple has actually become cheaper, not more expensive. How much was the iPhone 8 when it came out, Brandon? Regular iPhone 8.
650.
Say what?
650.
No, sir.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, from the carrier.
No, I think it was 700. I think.
No, it's 650. The pro was I mean the plus size was 100 something dollars
What
more.
was the screen size on the Plus?
5.5.
On the
I know that
Plus?
the 10 was
Yes.
the one that started the 1,000. The iPhone 10 started the $1,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
So the
10
iPhone 10 came out at the same time as the S8.
One second. Say that again.
around that, yeah, it was around that time.
All right then. So what I'm telling you is a regular S8 at that time was what, $799, and the S8 Plus, what was it? No, sorry, the regular S8 was like $699, and the S8 Plus was $799.
But no, radio, keep in mind
So
Samsung had better displays.
that doesn't matter. We're talking about same around the same size screen in the market. If you go Android versus iPhone, you have to look at whatever its counterpart is in the same slot.
That's
Apple
true.
was historically more expensive. Period.
Mhm.
We been knew they had better displays than them. They had better displays since the damn S5. What you talking about?
What you talking about,
I'm
please?
saying in
No,
general, if
radio,
you
what
looked
about the
across, if you
Retina
looked across, if you
display?
walked into a cell phone store and you had the Samsungs here and the iPhones there, to get whatever the iPhone equivalent was always more expensive. Now they're the same. Samsung went up, iPhone didn't.
I mean, they saw an opportunity to go up because
Yes,
they
that's why I
saw
say
that
Apple
their
was
their phones were starting to
becoming.
become just as important
Yeah,
in the marketplace as the Apple phone.
yeah. Apple's actually becoming cheaper, not more expensive. Because if they follow their old trend, a regular iPhone should be $12.99,
That's true.
not 1,000.
So the Galaxy,
The
so the
Galaxies were usually
Galaxy
$200 cheaper
S8,
on
the
average.
S8,
They were usually
huh?
$200 cheaper than the iPhone. Not anymore. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to
Mm.
give Apple props. Apple is becoming cheaper, not more expensive.
Well, do you know? So, do you think that is due to the fact that their market share keeps growing that they have to become cheaper, or is it just that they have more product line to be able to hide the cheap factor?
I haven't thought that far through, but I started looking at pricing. And I
Well,
and
think about it. I mean, they, they,
look,
they
let's go.
support
Look,
what,
let's go to
5 phones right
tablets.
now?
Let's go to tablets, right? All right. If you look at processing power, which
Yeah.
Samsung tablet do you have to buy to match a regular iPad?
Well, the Tab S8.
Processing power. Processing power.
Oh,
To even get close. because you ain't gonna match, but to get close.
The Tab S8 is the more premium one.
And how much it costs? It costs more than an iPad.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
That's what, you see my point.
yeah.
If you buy the if
Because
you buy the if you
I'm
buy
thinking
a
about buying
Samsung
another
tablet
one.
that's the same price as an Apple as an iPad, you're getting a piece of shit.
I'm thinking about buying another one for my car, so I can because
You're getting a
I need
piece
more
of shit
connectability. The Tab S6 doesn't have all the cellular bands for T-Mobile, and I hit a couple of dead zones the last couple of times I was running through the city. So
because well, you get a regular iPad for how much? $350,
yeah,
and it's faster than the $700 Samsung tablet.
ugh.
What you're gaining is the Samsung screen is better, but that is it. Samsung is becoming too expensive, and Apple was kind of starting to actually undercut them. So Apple will do something like charge you $700 for some wheels, but then turn around and make their phone afford.
Well, that's just weird.
Exactly.
It's like that's we're in the upside down world right now. Pardon the Netflix
Actually, the
Stranger
iPad
Things pun.
is 329.
329.
Plus,
There you go.
if you're a college student, you actually get it for 300.
That's all I'm saying is Apple is actually becoming cheaper
Mm.
overall. If you're trying to buy something that compares to it, they're actually becoming cheaper.
And
In
that's the
the
10.2 inch
now,
screen.
yeah.
Well, all right.
So yeah,
So
there's some weird things going on in the market.
there is some weird things going on, and cats and dogs are
That's like
friends.
I want to figure out why Samsung can't make a pro like a iPad equivalent performance tablet at the same price as an iPhone. I mean, as an iPad. Why is there no 329 with a flagship chip in it? 329, $329 Samsung tablet with a flagship chip.
The
Because
nothing
then
phone.
all the profits will go to Qualcomm. That's why the chip itself is worth $300.
No, it ain't. Who told you them
I'm
lies?
just saying, hey, look,
Them chips don't cost that much.
you
Hey,
put
Keon,
that
you
you
might
put
get
that you
look, Keon, you might get depressed if you actually know how much them chips cost.
oh God, I have an idea,
Have you ever
but
did a phone build, an actual phone build, layout? It shows you what each part actually costs.
I have
So,
for some of the iPhones I saw some
even
of
the
them.
Snapdragon chips are barely over 100 for the flagship.
Mm,
Barely, if 100. The if you get into like the 400 series chips, 600 series Qualcomm chips, they're like 15, $20. They're dirt cheap, which is why they can put a Snapdragon 480 in a $30 phone right now.
that's true. Hey,
Yeah.
so what do you think is inside this phone, the Nothing Phone One?
Oh, it's a
The,
Snapdragon 8. Was it going to be the 8 Gen C1 or whatever it is?
no, I think it's 7. Snapdragon
I didn't
780.
see
Oh my god. Let me pull it up. Give me a sec.
I didn't
So,
see anywhere where it had it, and it was kind of like vaporware
It
for a
has it.
while.
I mean, the
You know,
Nothing phone don't have nothing but whatever Samsung got in that year.
you know it's
Realize
invite only, right?
nothing ain't nothing but a fall off of OnePlus.
Yeah, but it's invite only.
OnePlus did the same thing.
You know,
OnePlus started out the same exact way, so if anything, they're copying OnePlus.
Well, they're not copying the guy who started nothing came
it's
from
the
one.
Snapdragon
He is
778G
OnePlus.
plus.
Dang.
So the processor is the Snapdragon 778G plus.
Mm.
AKA it's a downgrade.
Super downgrade.
Yeah.
Hey, quick question. Then what is inside? What's going to be inside the A32?
832.
The A32 from Samsung.
Who's talking about an 832?
Well, I have a friend of mine that said he was going after that phone. And
832 is an old phone.
that's what he
Mm.
said.
Oh,
Okay.
last year. It's probably gonna be it's probably a 400 something series, or it's gonna be Exynos.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'll tell you what it is. It's probably Exynos.
Mm.
Well, some Korean dude is cringing because it ain't called Exynos. Uh, Samsung, why are you doing this to me?
Why do you treat me so bad?
Run
Was
me a
this the last article?
No, that's a Engadget article.
No, is that the last article?
Um, unless y'all have any other things y'all want to talk about.
It's MediaTek, Keon.
It's a MediaTek processor. Oh, shucky ducky.
Shuck it, duck it, duck it.
Man.
Hey, at least it'll be good on battery. Hey, 5,000 milliamp plus MediaTek. Shoot, you only got to charge that phone every 3 days.
Oh gosh.
And I'm gonna tell you how I know this.
How? Pray tell, how do you know this, sir?
So I got that. I got that cheap Cricket phone, and I got that cheap OnePlus phone.
Right.
I can look, bro. I kid you not. I left that Cricket phone in the truck for like a whole week, and it was still charged this morning.
Wow.
Like
Wow.
5,000 milliamp battery with a low spec processor equals like 1 week of battery, 2 3 weeks. And look, it wasn't even fully charged when I left it. It was like 50%. It still had like 20 something after a week.
Good God.
Them chips don't use no power, dog. Them cheap chips. It's no power.
Oh my God. Oh, Lee Moses.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. You want me to drop ship you it so you can see I'm not lying?
No. Hey, wait. So you're gonna ship me the phone, then I ship it back to you, see how much power is still left, and we're gonna
Yo,
sit it, and we
ship
sit
it
in
fully
snail
charged and
mail.
turned on. It's gonna get there with a full battery. It's gonna be 97% when it get there
Oh
after 5 day
God.
shipping.
But here's the thing: how well does it open apps? Like, does it
It's
feel
not
decent?
okay. I mean, okay. So here's the thing, man. It's the so that damn. Which chip is in that Motorola? It's like a 480 something,
Uh huh.
wherever it is. It if I had to go back in time, it feels about as fast as a G5, LG G5.
Okay,
So
that
it's
was
not
decent.
painful.
That was
It's not.
decent. I mean,
Yeah,
the
it's
way that a lot of people squeezed out a little bit extra performance from it was you turned off the animation, so it would just pop up, right? A
well,
lot
yeah,
of
but
people
that's
turn
all
off.
perception, though. Yeah, that's just perception. The app doesn't actually load any faster. You just removing the animation. Yeah, but I mean, it's like I said. It's do I want to use it daily? No. If I had to, that cheap processor works just fine.
Mm,
Be honest with you, it even doesn't load games that much slower than my 888.
mm.
I did a quite of a intensive game loading, and
What
it was only like a 2 seconds behind.
what games did you run on it?
I opened up what is it, the Mario freaking game that's on the Play Store, Mario Run. I did Subway Surfer, and I just kept opening them and clearing all the apps and opening them, and it literally was only like 2 seconds behind, even
Mm.
with the cheap processor. So I mean,
So it's almost like we don't really need these super high end phones
there
right now.
you go.
That's what it's starting to look like.
It's just if you go to do something like I said, you go to export a video or something, then you're gonna see that chip die.
Right.
That's when it's gonna be like, all right, export 4K. Your flagship is going to finish it, in so many seconds or maybe a minute or two, but that chip's going to be like 5 minutes. But like everyday apps, doesn't make a difference, man.
Mm.
Just like the iPhone scenario, they can put a fast chip they want to, it ain't going to change how it opens regular apps.
That's true. Hey, look. I wanted to have this story to kind of be the last one that I'm gonna pop up, and then kind of just leave it open. but
Well,
I want to hear from what y'all think. And do you think that this actually matters? So,
uh oh, uh oh. What's that say, man?
eh,
I
it's
need
past
his.
his
I need.
curfew.
I need his contrarianism, man.
It's past his curfew time.
That's the
he's
curfew
not
Mitchell told him
Oh,
he
allowed.
I
needs.
think he's doing homework right now.
Yeah, he working on Mitchell.
Oh God, he's not here to defend himself, sir.
He wouldn't defend himself if he was here.
That's true. T-Mobile lights up 100 megahertz of standalone 5G in upstate New York and why it matters.
Go ahead.
The
Why
question
does it matter?
is, and I want to get go around the board, is does it really matter?
No.
Dang, why not?
What can I do now? Because what can I do now that I couldn't do before?
Well, okay. So for my testing, they've been doing standalone for N71, but N41 standalone has been spotty in different places around my region, right? So if they go full N41 standalone, then that means that it gives them a low band or mid band standalone and a low band standalone, which they can finally turn on full 5G standalone everywhere.
Well, you still didn't answer my question. What can I do now that I couldn't do before?
I mean, being cynical, sir, you old man.
I'm
Uh,
asking. You
look,
said, does it matter?
does it?
I'm
I'm talking
saying
about does it matter from a tech
I'm the
standpoint
typical guy. I don't know about tech, and I'm using my phone. Does the standalone change anything for me
for
to
you that's
today?
The
using
average, hold on, hold on.
that's
The
using a
average,
A30 using an A35 or A32 chip?
No,
Nothing.
I'm talking about. I still got a flagship chip. I'm still on the flagship phone. I just buy it because I like flagships. What does the standalone do for that guy today?
Right now, probably nothing.
That's it. That's all I'm saying. I'm
Probably
not saying
nothing.
I'm saying I don't want standalone. I'm saying is that at the moment, until they get fully standalone, and you're handing off standalone and all these things, and they get network slicing going, it's not really going to matter.
So right now,
It's just another, hey, we did it. We did it. We did it. Yeah, we did it.
but
Like Dora.
is that
the
not good? Do
people
you think
that
that's good
go
or
to
bad?
the people that go to Dillard's probably don't care about this.
Yeah, they just got their coupon app open, and they don't. I don't think that the standalone gonna make the app open differently when they want to use their coupons at Dillard's.
When they're scanning their coupons for their phone.
Yep.
Hey, look, think about it. At least you'll be able to, do it faster.
No,
Hey,
you
300,
hold
won't.
on, hold on, hold on, hold
No,
on.
you
Let
310,
won't.
me,
Won't be
310
faster, sir.
megs to 382 megs down and
Won't
up to
change a thing.
52 megs up.
The app only needs 2 megabits. Won't change a thing.
You old cynical man, you.
I'm not cynical. I'm real, bro. I keep it 100.
I feel you.
but
I feel you.
but it's still a good thing that they have that capacity available. However, once you're outside that capacity, you're screwed.
But they still, I mean, don't get me wrong. They still have a network outside of their N41 footprint.
Yeah, I'm saying they
Yeah,
already had
but if
100
it's in New
megabits.
York, it's probably heavily used to a point where the congestion's really bad. I mean, I don't know if you saw Jay Latigo's um, tweet from earlier. He was only getting about 54 megabits, which I mean is still really good.
Just keep it.
But
If he's in New York, that's amazing in New York
Yeah.
because that's a.
yeah,
I mean,
But
in
here's the
New York,
thing.
getting anything is amazing.
But here's the
Honestly,
thing. Imagine this, especially take big cities. So you got New York, you got DC, Atlanta. If they start firing up N41 standalone across the city, now what you like you said, Network Radio said is you can end up doing network slicing, and all those people become negligible now. You basically just giving them only what they really need to operate.
yeah. But I'm saying is but you see this announcement doesn't say network slicing, right?
No, 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 no,
You know
no,
why?
no.
You
I'm
know why?
I'm
Because
I'm
you ain't gonna see
projecting
network
forward.
slicing. until they get full deployment of standalone.
I'm projecting. Yes, I'm speculating, sir. I know you hate speculation.
No, I'm just saying it's gonna be a while.
It's gonna be a little bit more time, but at
But the two
least
things, I
at
think,
least I can see what the roadmap look like.
but check this out, Keon. I would wager to bet to you that they don't even have a clue what they're going to do with the network slicing yet. They have to get the network finished and then figure out how it's actually running, and then do your algorithm and go, all right, how should we slice this? Because if they just try to assume how to slice it, they're probably going to fail. They're going to have to get it in standalone first,
Uh huh.
see how it reacts, see how it behaves. Because remember, it's a new thing.
Right.
So then
Then and then you got to do voice over NR, which you got to see how your network
I
handles
think
that,
I
and
think voice over
constantly.
NR should be the last thing they do.
But they doing. They already
One
fired up.
hundred
They already fired
percent
up two cities right
agree.
now.
Hey, who says T-Mobile does what they should?
Well, understand in
Network
certain
slicing is more important than
circles,
voice over NR.
you said that network slicing is more important.
Absolutely.
Hmm. I would think that voice over NR would be more important. At least that you can see how it acts in the wild.
But
But the thing is,
the
Edmund,
data
the
is more
average
important than the
consumer
calling.
is. Sorry, go ahead, Nori.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead, Brandon.
No, the average consumer is not going to notice a difference,
Sure ain't.
True,
even with $1,000 headphones.
but here's the thing. But here's the thing. Let me ask you this question.
With Dr. Dre mixing the vocals.
Let me ask you this question. Let me, let me ask you this question then. What? Okay, so let's say that they drop voice over NR, and they say they're working on it, and nobody noticed what's going on, but there people been using it. Wouldn't you call that a success?
No, that's
It'll
not.
probably
No,
be a failure because it probably
but
needs more time. To,
voice is literally the last thing that I even care about.
Well,
Wow, we're gonna go from 13 kilobits per second to 50 kilobits per second. Oh my God, life-changing phone calls.
look, no
you
radio.
think the person that's watching Mari and Golden Girls at night is going to notice a difference, Edmund?
They
No,
sure
that.
ain't. But you know what? If that network slicing ain't set up right, that Golden Girls might buffer.
Oh,
Okay?
you ain't right, man. You said, but wow, Golden Girls, Golden
Yeah, man.
Girls.
What's wrong with Golden Girls? You got a
Hey,
problem?
I ain't
Got a
got no
problem?
problem with Golden Girls. I'm just
Don't be
saying.
playing with
I'm just
Blanche. Don't be
imagining.
playing with Blanche now. Don't be
Uh,
playing with my Blanche now. Anyway, uh,
look. I'm just saying from a network's point of view. So no radio stands that network slicing would be more important than voice over NR. Okay,
because
I
they
could.
because you gotta realize, Keon, they are building these networks for the data. Voice over NR is a side effect, not
Uh,
the main goal.
yeah.
That's it. It's a side effect. It's not the main goal. Data is the most important part of it,
Hey,
not
look.
phone call.
Look. Being able to control people's for T-Mobile to be able to control all those people data in New York is gonna be major for them because then it gives them more capacity. So yeah, I could see standalone network slicing being the thing they would go after first.
It only makes sense. Figure out how to manage the network better than it's being currently managed. That way, you go to seeing a more consistent speed versus these big highs and big lows.
Yeah.
Phone calling ain't changing that. It's kilobits. But if I go to this tower and I get 800 and I go right down to the next tower and get 100, we got a problem.
That's true. But if you're constantly getting 100 no matter where you go,
No, 100 would not be the goal. I would say 500 constant.
okay. On
500.
what? On which plan though?
You know why I
The
say
question
that?
is on which plan?
Because AT&T is already getting 100 constant without even all that bandwidth. So 100 is an easy goal.
Yeah.
So 500 constant with N41 deployed with 100 megahertz and possibly the other 40. If you network slice it properly versus giving one guy all the damn bandwidth off the sector,
That's true. Hey, look,
that's
you
what I think.
you 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 showed me the other night where you were sitting there off your homie tower for 18, was it not AT&T, it was Verizon, right? And
No, it was AT&T.
it was
I was testing.
AT&T,
Yep.
and you were doing a speed test, and basically you knew that they were watching video because it was pulling the same amount of data to watch video
Yep.
every time you would do a speed test.
Hmm.
So
So like I said, the problem comes in whenever if it's me and a guy on a sector, and he gets everything that sector has, that's wasted bandwidth.
but that was the drawback of LTE was
Yeah, but what I'm
it
saying,
was constantly trying to divide the cake up, and instead of basically saying no, you're just gonna get the crumbs because that's what you paid for was the crumbs.
like I said though, but Verizon heavily managed. So Verizon was you get the Crumb network.
Yeah,
T-Mobile is you get the whole cake as long as your speed testing network, and AT&T is you can get a little bit slower than T-Mobile, but you're going to get consistency.
true.
That's how they would divide. That's how they all played the game. Verizon wouldn't give you all the cake for a speed test, but if you had that HD video plan, you got it.
Mm.
So that's why I say it's not what you got, it's what you do with it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, when I drive around and I do speed tests on Verizon, it's always a constant because I am capped, so they do physically cap it at 4 megabits per second
Yeah, for video. But
for
I'm saying if
video.
you do speed testing though, you'll see that if the site's unloaded, they'll let you get something. But if that site has any kind of load, they'll put you at around an average. So for me in my area, the average for Verizon is roughly about 42 to 50 megabits.
Hmm.
If I'm in a city, it's roughly 42 to 50. Now, if I roll up on a CBRS site, I might start getting 90 to 100 average. 90 to 100 average. If that site's unloaded, now I'm getting 300.
Right.
If there's a difference, T-Mobile would take that same bandwidth and just let you get 300 because you're a speed test.
Hmm.
So it's mismanaging because it's making numbers look good.
I mean,
So
that
somebody's video started buffering down the street, but I got a high ass speed test.
are you telling me that every time I do a speed test, I'm taking from somebody's cell phone?
Yes,
Uh,
because T-Mobile will let you. They will let you, and that's
there,
the problem.
there's a cell phone out there that's not getting its megabits every time you speed
Yeah,
test
man.
people. Remember that.
Yep.
Remember when you're
We
flying
had to
down the
pray for
road.
them.
No,
So all
Brandon.
I'm saying is this: Verizon means it when they say they mean it when they say you may experience lower speeds of the network's congestion. They mean that from the bottom of their heart.
They're not gonna show no love to you.
T-Mobile's is like you may experience some slower speeds of network congestion unless you're doing a speed test.
Mm. You know what? You know what? I'm thinking about how the title of this was gonna be. Speed testing on T-Mobile is taking data from you.
I remember earlier this year, Carlos was doing heavy test files and he was going from 500 megabits all the way down to 7 megabits,
Same,
if
And
not.
same site.
and you know how many lost cell phones out there got hurt from those test files, sir? Those
That's how
te-
you know they don't manage their network properly.
those test files were taking hard-earned megabits from somebody's phone, man. You don't know who it was, but they were out there
Not only did
struggling.
I forget the packet loss was at 97%.
Yeah, I've never seen that, but I seen calls had all them packet problems. That don't happen here at all.
I haven't
I've
seen that
seen
either.
I've never seen any carrier have packet loss. Like
I've
I've
never
seen
seen it
I
either.
have seen
you ever
packet loss, but it normally comes from the fact there was something going on in that area, like if they were
I've
working on the site
never
or
seen packet
whatever.
loss. Like
Because
literally never.
I'll go back to the site later on, or I'll be back in that same vicinity later on, and the problem's gone. So it had to be somebody either working on the site or something vice versa that caused the
Something
problem.
crazy because I've never seen that behavior. Never seen packet loss on any of the carriers. Never seen it. Uh,
So
so that's some Las Vegas stuff right there.
We need to take a trip to
Oh,
Vegas to find out what's really going on.
that don't happen in the Carolinas.
But hey, look, I'm just saying, like for right now, because now that New York is getting 100 megahertz of standalone, that means that DC's not far behind. Because I literally hit maybe two. Actually, my homie tower that overlooks my apartment complex was in N41 standalone.
Y'all, we gotta have a moment of silence.
What's that? What's up?
Wait, what?
We gotta have a moment of silence.
Okay. Well, what we having a moment of silence for?
The statement the my homie tower has become a community wide standard. And if I'm not mistaken, who came up with the homie
That
tower?
was Chime.
It
Chime.
was your was
Your
it
boy
Chime?
Chime.
It was time.
Chime. Hey,
Chime. If
my
you
boy
watching or if you
Chime.
watching back Chime, you have changed
Hashtag
You.
homie
all
tower.
forever, sir. Hats off, sir. The homie tower is the flyest ish ever.
Yo, everybody says it. I don't care what anybody say. Everybody says
Everybody
it.
says it, sir. You were like
Yo.
when Lil Wayne invented bling bling. Okay, sir. You invented the homie tower. Just want to give
yo,
you a shout, bro.
yo.
Go
Understand
ahead, man.
something? He said he's a trendsetter, man. Understand? He's
He's
a
a
trendsetter.
trendsetter. He's a go getter. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
you know when Little John was talking about skeet skeet skeet, he slid that one right underneath everybody's radar. Nobody knew what they
Uh,
were talking about.
The homie tower has taken over, y'all.
Man, and I said just don't even think about it no more. God, Lee.
Exactly. It is ingrained. Look, Chime gonna start charging us
Yo, he
royalties.
royalties every time you say it.
All right, back to regular programming, gentlemen.
But yeah, hey, look. So my home tower. I'm not
oh, it
trying to.
sounds boring
I'm not
now.
trying to.
No,
I'm not
say
trying to
what
pay
you
that
meant to
man
say. Don't
royalties.
play now. Don't try to play now.
I'm
Say
not
what
trying
you
to pay
meant to
that
say.
man royalties. What are you talking about?
Paying royalties from what?
Hey,
You
he
got
might. You never know, man.
how
You
you gonna get
never
something for
know.
nothing?
That's
You
true.
gonna get 100% of nothing anyway.
Hey, man. I'm just saying. But it they're starting to do it in my area right now. But I've only come across maybe 4 or 5 sites. They're not in clusters. They're spread out. So I think I hit one in College Park, Maryland, and then my home tower where I stay at in Oxon Hill, Maryland. But around the Beltway area, that's about
Pause.
20 miles away from each other.
Is homie not home?
Homie
Continue,
Tower.
sir. There you go. You're not allowed to say homie no
Wait,
more.
where were you actually saying about your home tower?
No, they're starting to do. They were doing N41 100 megahertz standalone, but they're not in every site.
So they skip it.
What is every other site getting?
It's N71 as the anchor, but when it's N41 anchor, it literally pops up as saying I'm literally talking to N41. I don't care
Nothing.
about anything else. N41 is who I want to talk to.
Yeah, Brandon. It's so basically, Brandon. They already had 100 megahertz. They just switched it to standalone. It ain't that they added any bandwidth. They just switched to standalone. That's it. Brandon kept saying how much. No, it's
No,
just
no, no, no. Basically,
no.
you know how when I tell you that okay, so it's N71 and N41, but N71 is the anchor. It's literally it's the it's the it's the radio band that the phone is actually using to make its communications from.
Well, it was actually using band two, but continue.
That's in non-standalone.
That's what we talking about
Yeah,
compared to
but yeah, compared to standalone, yes.
because
But
on I told you they turned off standalone here.
they did what?
They turned it off here.
Why?
I don't work for them. Why you asking me?
That don't make any sense.
They
Well,
turned it off. Standalone will not work anymore here. It will not work.
oh wow.
Yep, I used to be on standalone all the time. Now it will not go standalone. Even if you force it, it will not. It won't grab anything, even if you force it.
Dang.
So I don't know if they're doing some kind of upgrade or modifications, but there is no more Band 71 standalone here
Oh
at
wow.
all. I used to get on standalone on Band 71 and pull down 80, 90. And now I can't make any phone go on standalone 71. So
Even when you ban select not ban selected, but
even when you've been selected, it will not go to standalone whatsoever.
they gotta be. They must be doing something on the network on that over there.
Well, I got a sneaky suspicion.
What's your suspicion, sir?
Remember, I was having all those calling problems, and it didn't happen until 5G.
Yeah.
I think I ain't the only one having calling problems. They actually, I think they turned off standalone because it was what was creating the calling issue.
Hmm.
The phones would not switch back to non-standalone to make the phone call. It would get stuck in standalone,
Uh oh.
and it would not call. Now, here's the problem: sometimes it would make the call and use standalone to make the call,
Right. But
and
it
then other times
wasn't.
it
But it
wouldn't make the
wasn't
call at
falling
all.
back.
So, I think that's what was going on. That's why I told you I didn't have no T-Mobile calling problems until 5G.
So because it's not falling back to the 4G to continue the phone call, they have issues. So just turn off the 5G standalone completely.
Yeah, because turning off 5G would not fix it either.
Right.
That's what was so funny. You turn 5G off the phone, still wouldn't fix the calling problem. There's something fishy going on, at that time.
Hmm.
And I just signed up for a T-Mobile Circle Den account, and I'm hoping to get my eSIM turned on my iPhone.
Uh oh. Uh oh.
I'll have Verizon and T-Mobile on the iPhone, and I'll have another Verizon line on another phone, and a Cricket line. So
Ooh. We're gonna. Well, I'm gonna need you to continue your correspondence and relay back to us at non-Apple users how's the experience. So,
uh, they gotta man. They gotta fix this back button crap, man. This is
it's not gonna
bad.
happen. It's not
That
gonna
is the
happen.
only thing that's driving me crazy. It's the only thing.
I
Oh,
love
I don't use that button.
I enjoy swiping back.
Of course, you don't, Brandon. It don't exist. How you gonna use something that don't exist?
I don't.
His
I don't like it. I don't.
his thumb
Look,
miraculously just hits the back button without thinking about it. That's why.
this thumb goes all the way to the top
Exactly.
left
See,
corner of the phone.
it go
But
bloop.
but on Android, we ain't gotta do all that,
Nope.
man. They need to fix this, man. They gotta fix it, bro. They gotta fix it, though. The gestures on iPhone are trash.
Uh,
The
I
gestures
bet you
literally
rather have an iPhone than a Chromebook.
they act.
oh God, Brandon, stop it, sir. You're evil. You're just completely evil. Leave Chrome out of
Okay.
this.
Okay. I want to change the subject completely.
All right, what's on your mind?
I actually wanted to bring up an article. That
Okay,
makes
go
me
All
kind
right,
of
ahead.
go ahead.
excited. Hold on.
We with it.
You could present.
It's gonna be something cable related.
Almost.
Ad supported tier is coming to Netflix.
Oh man.
Y'all
Mhm.
T-Mobile customers, get ready for for Netflix with ads.
Hey.
That's
Here you go. Here you
exactly
go.
what I was getting ready to
Here
say.
you go. No. Hey, if that's genius, think about it.
Look, put it
Netflix
on
on
the
us.
essentials plan. Put it on the essentials plan.
Yeah.
With
Netflix on us.
on
Comes
essentials,
ad supported. Blam. Have a
dude,
nice
that would be
day.
that would actually work. If they stick it on essentials.
That's true.
It's better than not getting it.
That is for real true. I can see that.
T-Mobile, me and Keon, we need 50% if you implement that.
Yeah. We
Put it
did
on
our
essentials.
cut. We did our cut.
Because how much is an ad supported version gonna cost? Like $7.99 or something?
No, it's
I
probably
would
gonna be less than
imagine
that.
it
It's probably gonna be
would.
like 3 or 4.
No. It's gonna be at least $7.99, Keon.
Yeah, it's not gonna be cheap.
Nah.
How
Cause
much
I
is the
mean,
basic
Hulu's
one? How much is
is
the basic?
$6.89
The basic Netflix now is all the way up to what? $10.99 now or something?
It's
Oh,
$9.99
it's
for one
what?
screen. It's $9.99 for one screen, and that's a basic screen.
Ad supported will be like $5.99.
Because I know that the
The
basic
Hulu-
was like $7.99 when I first got it, but I know it's
What is
changed.
Hulu with ads right now, Brandon?
$6.99.
There you go. It's gonna have to be somewhere around Hulu pricing to get away with them ads.
Mm,
And if T-Mobile adds that to the essential lines,
that's gonna be
works.
that's gonna be a monster, yo. I don't think anybody realizes how important this actually is.
I don't realize
Understand?
how important.
Understand something that like it's gonna. I'm not gonna say it's game changing, but it would literally make it where a T-Mobile could actually capitalize on this one because they're the only ones doing anything but Netflix.
And here's the other thing too. You got to look at it like this. Netflix keeps raising the prices because obviously they want money. Well, everybody
Hmm.
knows advertisers pay more than subscribers ever will.
That's true.
So maybe this will also stop them from raising the rates on the other plans if they can start getting some of that ad revenue on the low end.
Right.
Uh,
May help stabilize it because
I
ads
mean,
ain't cheap. It's big money in the ad game.
here's the thing. Ad revenue would stabilize your business from having to constantly go up and down, and constantly trying to, you know, quote unquote, squeeze Lincoln for another ounce of booger out of his nose. You know what I mean? That's
Because
pretty.
look at like,
That's pretty
too,
much
the
what
ad
they're
revenue
doing.
will actually subsidize the high end accounts. It'll actually subsidize all the accounts,
Yeah.
even the ones not on the ad plan. They're going to get. It's going to be subsidy income. So
you know what, no radio? I could actually see them changing the basic plan to the ad supported one
or just still fine. I don't
Still,
care.
because
that'll
look at
still be good.
no
Yeah.
no no, and I could actually see them upgrading the oh I can't say it, lady. I could actually see them making the that basic plan to HD plus having ads on top of it because look at HBO Max that plan the ad support starts off at $10.
Yep.
Ash, homie tower,
The home slice tower.
the home. That's
The home slice.
the home. My homie boy tower.
But yeah, I mean I could see them doing that. However, I could also see the plan still going up and I don't think they'll really do anything with
I don't.
password
I
sharing.
don't think that they're no. They're going to do something about password sharing.
No,
Understand
they're
that?
Yeah.
not.
Oh, you
The-
didn't. Y'all didn't hear already. Y'all didn't
No.
hear.
What?
So they already released information about this. They're going to allow you to password share for an additional fee that's still cheaper than having a whole secondary account.
They're monetizing everything, yo.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
I can't believe y'all didn't hear about this. I think they're
I
saying
did not hear
they're
about
saying
this.
it's like $2 or something. So like if you have a Netflix account and you want to share it with your brother who lives across the country, you can actually still share it with them for like a $2 additional fee versus him paying for a totally new account.
Wow.
Yep, they're there. This already came out. So they're gonna allow you to. They're gonna. So basically, instead of saying, "Hey, you got to get your own account," they're gonna make it an add-on, just like cell phone plans. You add a line.
Mm. Dang.
You add a line.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Like I said, that stabilizes their revenue stream. Anything that can stabilize your revenue stream is a okay, man. Because one, I'm tired of my shows on Netflix canceling because literally they look at the metrics, they don't get enough views, they cancel it. That's stupid. That's completely stupid. Like if you decide to want to make this series, this movie or whatever, make it.
Here
Keep
it
on
is.
going.
Under the terms of this test, subscribers are charged a monthly fee, the equivalent of around $2 to $3 in each country's local currency. Netflix told it decided to add an extra member account for someone living outside their household.
Mm.
Yep. So between $2 to three
but
dollars.
what do they mean outside the household?
That means they don't live in your house, Brandon. That's what that
No, but
means.
no, I know that, but
Okay,
I'm
okay.
saying
So
like,
Brandon, password
so is it
sharing
gonna be
only
like
applies to
Hulu?
television. It only applies to televisions. Everybody keeps messing up the phones into this. Phones don't have nothing to do with it. It only counts as you being outside the home. If you're watching it on a device, you would clearly have to be in a house to watch.
Yeah.
Okay? If you're sharing it with someone who has a cell phone, that does not matter.
Look.
If they're
You
watching
and
on a
I.
TV or Apple TV or Roku, these are
You,
all clearly devices that you use in a home.
Look, you and
Because
I,
So basically,
we
it
all
would
know
be
that they
like,
can. But Brandon, we all know that they can see the IP address of
yeah, they know what the device is. They
where
know
the
it's a
device
Samsung
is and
TV.
everything.
Yeah. They're not talking about cell phones. They don't care about you sharing it on cell phones because they clearly know you can have multiple phones in one house. But we're talking about devices that have to be in a home. So if you
so
got a Samsung
basically,
smart
it would
TV
be
and it's hooked
like
to another
Hulu.
internet connection,
So it would be like Hulu Live and YouTube TV and
yeah,
uh,
like I said, password sharing don't apply to mobile devices. I feel like everybody jumped into this with the cell phones and tablets. Those are clearly devices that are not home devices. You think Netflix don't know the difference between your phone and a Samsung's 50-inch TV?
Mm.
no.
Yes, yes,
They
yes, they do.
I'm
know.
playing.
Yes,
I'm
they know,
playing.
Brandon. The
I'm
software
playing.
version tells them what device it is.
They can tell. They can tell what resolution you running at too.
Exactly. They know everything. So
Oh,
if you
I
want to give
know.
grandma your password, you just pay an extra $2 and grandma can watch it on her TV at her house as much as she wants.
Hey, question. Is it $2 per password
No, it's
share?
yeah, yes, $2 per password share.
Wow. Do you know there's some people? Do
Damn,
you
that
know that
sounds
that's
like a Verizon move.
Yo, do you know how many people will share a password off just one account?
Exactly.
Yo,
So here's the thing. But basically, what Netflix is doing is they're meeting you in the middle because they could have just been like, "Nah, you gotta get your own password. You gotta get your own
do
account,
you know how many people would
full
drop it?
price."
Like they would literally drop it. They would be like, "Nah, we good," and they would lose maybe 10 or 15% of their subscribers.
Yeah,
They
I
would
would
literally do
say
that.
I think
I
people would
would
pay
say
$2 for
10.
grandma to use their Netflix. Because
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you who I've seen, bro. The majority of people, when I was going in houses, the majority of people who were actually password sharing were actually grandmas and grandpas. Like my daughter got a Netflix account. So you mean to tell me since I got the internet, I can use her Netflix now? I'm like, yes, sir, Mr. Johnson. Yeah, you can use her Netflix. Matter of fact, you want to call your daughter so you can get the credentials so I can get you logged in? Yes,
Hmm.
she keeps telling me about the Netflix.
There you go. And grandma only costs $2 extra a
Grandma
month.
costs $2 extra.
The
Okay,
more people are missing out on the Western Netflix.
I'm just saying though, like, I mean, I think it's genius. If you add that revenue on top of the ad revenue, we might see Netflix actually stabilize for a change.
And I could finally get a complete series out of them. How about that?
What series was you watching anyway, man?
God, I was looking at. I forget what it was. I was looking at.
You didn't even remember what it
No, no,
was.
no. I remember. It was the. It was originally an anime, and they brought
Oh,
it.
here
And they
we go.
hold on,
Oh,
sir.
that's why it was gone.
And no,
This
no, no,
one
no.
go.
And then they turned it into a live action version of the anime. It was called Cowboy Bebop.
I know exactly what Cowboy Bebop is,
Yes,
sir.
and they canceled it after one season
Well, I wonder why.
because they didn't give it a chance.
Because nobody was watching
They
it.
were
What are you?
watching it.
No,
They were
not like
watching
the
it.
other shows.
Did Netflix
They don't
make
cancel
it?
shows people watch. Kia.
Look, man, my thing is don't even bring it out if you're not gonna support it.
No, they bring it out. They see how it does. If it loses money, then it's gotta go.
Shame.
I'm back. I just had to take care of some stuff.
What's
It's
up,
gotta
Kay?
make money, Keon, to get renewed for another season.
I understand that.
And I don't know if you've noticed, but they always, if you ever actually followed the shows on Netflix, they always announce whether or not it's going to get renewed like 2 months after it ends for that season. And you know
Yo,
why? Because they reviewed the views on it for several months to see did it pick up. It was slow while
no, no
before it did
radio.
pick up.
Cowboy Bebop got canceled after 4.5 weeks of coming on.
Because nobody was watching it.
I'm just sad. Sad, I tell you, sad.
But dude, there were Netflix originals that came out 10 years ago that people are just now starting to watch, and they're watching it all the way through 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 seasons.
Yo, my father gave me one that I need to start watching. I was thinking about doing it, which is the what is it? The something list. What is that name? Of
Which
that?
reminds me, Disney Plus sucks. I said it, I meant it. I don't care what nobody
Oh
thinks. It
no!
sucks. It's
I
trash.
think Disney
Why
Plus
would you
sucks
say
too.
it sucks, sir?
Ain't nothing on there. What you mean?
Because you're not a Star Wars fan. That's why. Go
You
kick
know what
rocks,
I
sir. Go
hate?
kick
You got a
rocks.
You
lightsaber up yo. No, I ain't
Go
gonna
kick
say it.
rocks. Go kick rocks. I'm
you
saying it
know
for
what
all
I
the Star
hate
Wars people.
when I watch TV
What
is
what did Cade say? Cade, what did you say, Cade?
no, that
Oh,
was me.
I said
Oh, sorry.
Disney Plus sucks too.
See?
Hey, hey, hey,
It
hey,
is
hey,
the
hey, hey,
most
hey. You know what?
overrated,
Your
lacking
opinion.
content piece of crap I've
Look,
ever seen.
your
It don't
opinion.
have no content.
Hey, look. Your opinion only matters if you pay for it.
It don't got no content.
What about Hulu? I
I
mean,
need some. I
Paramount.
need some more
Paramount.
diverse
Eh.
originals on Disney Plus. Ain't nothing on Disney Plus but old Disney movies and a couple originals.
Hey, look.
Honestly, the only reason why I'd even get Disney Plus is if they had like the old Disney shows I used to grow up with, but they don't.
It
They
don't.
Are you talking
do.
about Hannah Montana?
Yeah, and I'll admit
Oh
it.
my god, I love Hannah Montana.
I don't
Wait,
want
wait,
to
wait,
watch
wait.
reruns of
Brandon,
old stuff. I want
Brandon
new
actually liked
originals.
something. Hold on. Stop the presses. Stop, 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 stop. We found something that Brandon actually likes.
I
Oh,
love Hannah
don't
Montana.
get quiet now, sir.
I'm not trying to watch no old Disney show reruns. I'm sorry, y'all.
Wow.
And guess what? I could watch all the reruns on my damn cable box. Why I need Disney Plus for?
Hey.
No way, they don't not give Hannah Montana on the cable box.
Maybe not on Comcast. So let me pull up this Disney on demand over here. Son.
I remember Time Warner Cable used to actually have Disney Channel on demand. And you had to pay $3.99 for it.
But now it's Disney on demand and you don't pay nothing for
Hey, that's called deals. You got a good deal.
The Comcast used to they never used to do that.
I
As a
love.
matter of fact, let me pull up Disney Plus on my computer.
I'm just saying Disney Plus needs. I don't know. I don't. It's like even look, even my kids. Like ask my kids. They're kids, right? You know what
Yeah.
they want to see? They want to see the newest kid movies, not no reruns.
You know what? Would
If
you?
Disney was doing the whole thing where like maybe say 2 weeks after theater, it's on there, that would be worth it. Otherwise, it ain't worth it.
Okay, so but hold on, no radio. Would you honestly say that maybe Disney is trying to you know gauge the waters, see where they stand
They ain't
at?
engaging shit. They trying to sell you old stuff over and over again. Even look, even freaking you talking about some Star Wars. Even George Lucas dropped out of the project. He ain't got nothing to do with it. You talking about damn Star Wars?
Hold on, let me make sure I say this before I get demonetized by Disney. But even though I'm not monetized yet, this is all for
George Lucas ain't even got nothing to do with it. It
we
ain't
are
real
we are
Star
we are
Wars. I
showing this
said it.
for news purposes only. I am not trying to replay none of your stuff. And Brandon, do not hit play on any of this.
So I'm not.
Like, who the fuck wants to watch National Geographic?
Hey, whoa, whoa, sir. Hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Oh
whoa,
my god.
whoa. You understand something? I grew up on National Geographic, sir. I had the magazines. Yo,
I heard what.
blaspheming. I tell you.
Just
Bro, I thought you grew up with
that's just like for
Larry
instance, I
King.
already watched all the Luke Cage because it was on Netflix first. I already watched Defenders. It was on Netflix first. Where's the original content? That's
Here's
supposed
the
to be
thing.
all this original.
They supposed to be bringing. They supposed to be doing another season
All
for those.
all they did was take shows that was already on Netflix and just move them over. And it ain't like I couldn't have already watched this
But they're
stuff.
bringing them over because guess what? They're going to support it.
That's fine. But the point is, I'm saying today, it has no value for me. Today, I don't want to watch the Dog Whisperer. Who wants to watch the Dog Whisperer? It was cool when it was cool. Time's up. And let's look, talking about Disney's Doug. Doug was originally Nickelodeon. Disney just freaking bought the property. Who cares? I need original content.
Paramount Plus is better than Disney.
Uh, hey, look, and
Uh,
hey, that in certain
Might
circles,
it might be.
in certain
I
circles,
might have to
that
agree.
might be fighting words, sir.
I might have to agree
Mm,
because at least I ain't watching cartoons from the '90s. I already seen.
shame.
Peacock might be better too.
Wow.
The only good thing about Peacock
Oh,
is
I'm
you
about to
never
go
have to
get
wait.
Tubi. Tubi might be better.
Oh God.
The only good, the
Zumo,
only
no radio, Zumo.
I don't even know what to say to you, man.
Jerry and Marge Go Large. That show actually like it might be good. I've been meaning to take a look at that one. See, original content. Jerry and Marge Go Large. It's got my
But
boy
look,
from
look,
Breaking
look. But
Bad.
his thing, here you
Might
go,
be
here you
good.
go. Hey, go back up. Brandon, go back up. Go back
Might
up.
be
Go back up.
fire.
See, NCIS. That's an old series. They have it up there.
and it's
But it's still
trash.
going
I didn't say
on.
there ain't old stuff. I said I want new stuff. I don't care if they got old stuff. Just have some new stuff too.
And look, I'm just saying, man.
Only watch the same handful of
The
Disney movies
old
so
stuff,
many times,
the old stuff gets you in the door, so you
bro.
can look at the new stuff.
No, no, bro. I can't make my kids watch Disney Plus, bro.
Uh,
I can't make them do it.
No radio. What about Noggin?
I know I want to watch Drake in a wheelchair.
oh gosh, wait, Drake was.
No, that was an N.
It's the same shit.
It was an N.
The N and the noggin, same thing, sir. It was Nickelodeon for teens, basically. Watching
Uh,
Drizzy Drake in the wheelchair when he was Jimmy on Degrassi.
Hey, see, I want to see Picard. I want to see Star Trek.
Bet you do.
I'm a Trekkie. I don't care what anybody say.
All right, Trekkie.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Hey, if Star Trek go left, if they go left, I'll probably watch it. But they're gonna have to go far left though. Like, they're gonna have to do some wild stuff on Star Trek. I'm ready for the adult version of Star Trek to drop. Could you imagine Star Trek with some gangster shit on it? Like Star Trek with some actual crazy storylines and some violence. That'd be a good show. Star Trek is like a crippled version of action.
I honestly think Paramount's better because you can get like MTV shit.
Okay, comes for all the regular cable TV stuff.
Oh, I mean Disney Plus has a lot of the older shows on there as well. They
Yeah,
have
I
Thriller
watch
Picture, The Sweet Life
I
of
need
Zack and
my
Cody.
brain needs new. That's all I'm saying.
Like they have like the entire Jackass series, like all episodes. Like I like that shit.
Right.
I ain't trying to watch that again. I already watched that.
Well, you talking about
Maybe
people
not.
throwing themselves into cactuses is fun for you, sir?
That's Cade. That's Cade. It was fun for me 10, 12, no, 15 years ago.
Hey, look, man, it kind of got redundant at that point. How many times can you keep doing crotch shots?
I did laugh at the new Jackass movie though.
I didn't
I
see
did
it.
laugh.
I
I
didn't
did.
see it.
I saw it when it premiered, actually.
I
don't even
did.
know what that is.
I actually went in the theater and saw it when it first came out. I saw the very first showing at the movie theater.
He went and saw it at a matinee. He was like popcorn $3.
Hey man, it was a good movie.
Yeah, okay. So what was the plot line for it?
Just straight up tomfoolery, and that's how it should be.
Look, it probably kept him more intrigued than watching reruns of Star Trek.
Hey, sir.
Or
Hey,
fucking National Geographic.
understand
episode
something. At least every 10 years, you got to go back and look at Star Trek Next Generation, okay? Just understand, you got to refresh the refresh.
I've
Oh,
never seen a
I
Star
said
Trek.
original content. The new Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson movie on Netflix is actually pretty daggone funny. Pretty daggone funny. And I'm tired of Kevin Hart, and I still thought that movie was hilarious.
This is Peacock.
I think it's called The Man from Toronto or something like that.
I think it popped up on mine.
It's hilarious.
I saw it.
Bro. It's hilarious.
I'll be honest. I think Peacock is trash, and it's only good for wrestling. That's it.
Oh, wow.
All I'm saying is original content. I need new movies, new storylines. I don't want to watch no reruns. Well, I'm paying you new money for old content. I ain't got time for that.
I mean,
There's something for the background.
I got
you
new
gotta
money.
you gotta get started somehow, man. Somehow, some way, you gotta get some You gotta get your content up there first.
Though you gotta realize though, Netflix didn't truly take off until they started original content. Has everybody forgotten that?
Wait, hold on.
Yup.
Netflix
I
didn't
bought
truly.
Netflix before they had original content.
I said truly take off, sir. Truly didn't take off to the original content, and the reason why is because people started jumping on because they kept hearing about shows they couldn't watch nowhere else. And all the scragglers came in the building.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to
I
tell
mean,
you.
hey,
The
look,
original
you know,
content is what brought people in that were like those people that were like holding off, like, I'm not really interested. And then they kept hearing about these shows that they couldn't watch nowhere else. They was like, freak it, let me get on here so I can see what this show is.
but then here's the
And you get
thing.
on there and you
But
got
then,
hooked.
but then what ended up happening is people would jump onto the show, binge watch it, and then cancel their subscriptions.
Because if you, for example, that don't matter. At least they got your money. So think about it like this. Look at Breaking Bad, right? Breaking Bad didn't stay on regular TV. It got canceled. But when they moved it over to Netflix and it went unrated, Breaking Bad freaking blew out through the roof on Netflix.
Yeah,
And then
Yup.
Orange is the New Black blew through the roof on Netflix.
that's true.
All I'm saying is the original series is what actually brought people in. People didn't even want to watch Breaking Bad on regular TV, but they piled on Netflix to watch it.
Even the show You on Netflix was on Lifetime, and it got canceled the first
Yes,
season, and,
but here's
and
the
it
thing:
got
certain shows can't work on regular TV because there's too many rules.
can't.
Netflix ain't got no rules. So
That's true.
That's what makes the original content great. Disney over here trying to stick all the regular rule TV shows on an app and tell me I gotta go watch it.
Hmm.
I need Disney the grown up version of the app.
Hey, they do have it. You got to put a password in to get it.
Nah,
You got to
cause
put a password in to
Wait.
get
No,
it,
Ray,
son.
they do have it, and it's called
no,
Hulu.
it's called what?
It's called Hulu.
Hulu.
It's called a Hulu. You're right about that.
Yeah,
You
look,
are
you
right
you do
about
have
that.
you do have to put the password in because your account is password locked away from everybody else's. So you have little kids, they get the kids version, and then you get the adult version of Disney.
For instance, Keon, guess why I got on Hulu?
What?
Because of freaking Wu Tang. The Wu Tang
Uh,
TV show was on Hulu. I
okay.
had to get on Hulu to watch it. Original content.
I hear you, sir. I hear you.
That's what I say. I literally signed up for apps because I only got Peacock because I wanted to watch the new Fresh Prince.
Is that any good?
Yes, it is amazing.
Oh god.
I haven't seen it.
The new Fresh Prince is crazy. Unrated.
Mm.
Ain't no rules. That's the new Fresh Prince, man. Oh man. And look, don't go there expecting the old Fresh Prince.
Don't. Are you telling me there's no comedy? There's no comedy
Oh
over
no.
there?
It's the reality of what it would be like if the Fresh Prince storyline occurred in our time,
I
not in
understand
the
that.
early '90s. Well, so whatever character you think about, imagine that character's personality, but living in 2022.
Okay. So
So whatever the 2000s
what
version,
about Carlton? Is
what
is
would
his
Carl K?
is
So think
his
about a uppity rich black kid in 2022 with social media.
Oh god.
There you go.
Oh god.
Think about Hillary with social media.
Oh Lord, have mercy, no.
There you go.
That's
So,
even worse.
social media, drugs, sex, all the good shit.
Man,
Because it's unrated.
that's crazy. That's
It
super
ain't got to
crazy.
follow the sitcom rules of 1990s TV. They get to go ham. Imagine if Uncle Phil was actually gangster. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
Lord,
Like,
a gangster judge, dog. He's a gangster judge,
no, uppity, but don't
uppity
play.
gangster judge.
Uppity, but don't play. Imagine if Jeffrey wasn't just a butler, but he get things done. Okay,
Wait, are you? He's the guy that when you need that illegal car, He just all of a sudden talking about the car's out back. Don't
Imagine
worry, I got the keys.
Jeffrey meets Jason Statham.
Oh God. Oh no.
Still got the British accent, but is gangster.
Wow.
I'm just saying, original content makes people subscribe to apps that they wouldn't normally.
I
Meaning you
understand.
gotta have a killer show on that app, and I have to get to that app to see it.
I understand that.
And you have to continue to give me shows that keep me there.
Oh
If you don't do
Lord.
nothing but give me reruns, you ain't gonna keep me on reruns.
Hey, look, man. They've been
No
doing that
radio.
for. They've been doing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Have you used Apple TV Plus?
Hell no.
Oh, you
None of
got
them
it.
shows even look interesting. I looked.
I know I ain't done it.
I looked. Ain't nothing on there that caught my eye yet. If they get a crazy killer show, I
Hold on, hold
might
on. No radio.
subscribe.
You telling me this TV show about all the blind people did not intrigue you?
I don't even know what you're talking about. That's how bad they are at
Oh,
advertising.
yeah, there was a TV show on Apple that where
Let's look at Apple
all of
TV.
the whole society is blind.